This is a DSi XL Burgundy console. Shell serial number WW409394427. I'm going to quickly go over why I gave it the condition score that I did. So for the physical condition of the shell, I gave it a 2 out of 3. Now, this glossy shell piece is in very good shape. There will be some there will be some light catching on, just some very minor scuffs. There's like a really light L-shaped scratch, just a little scuff right there. There's a little squiggly scratch right there near the camera. But I think other than that, it looks very good. Any particulate that you see is just active dust falling on the console. But just minor scuffs, these all seem from just normal gameplay, or normal play. Where I really dinged the score, funny enough, is there are some pretty good there are 2 good corner dings. It looks like maybe this console, or at least this shell, took a fall. I have since separated these console pieces. Like, it's not this console that took a fall, just the shell itself. I sort of ship a Theseus these consoles together, just assembling them via good parts and separate out the bad parts. So the components that are in this shell is not part of that main console body. But aside from these really big just impact marks, the rest of the shell is in really good shape. There's a little bit of marks here and there, really kind of along the lines of normal use, just a little bit of wear on the corners. On the back, I do notice that when I shine in a certain light, there are these like diagonal kind of marks. They're not scratches. I don't really know what they are. I'm guessing maybe this console slid at one point. Maybe on its journey, tumbling down the stairs or whatever made those impacts. And then just up near the shoulder buttons, just a little bit of wear. For the face shell pieces, this top shell piece is in very good shape. I don't see anything wrong with that. The bottom face piece, the only thing I can detect wrong, aside from me not clipping in the shell all the way. There we go. Right above the A button, just a little bit of shell wear. Same on the D-pad, to the right of the D-pad and above the left. Yeah, that's a good view of them. Just whatever it is, just from what I know, that's just from a finger just going across it for hundreds of hours, maybe even more, just wearing down that shell material, or maybe if they have like particularly like acidic sweat or something. So I think otherwise this shell is in very good shape, aside from very normal wear and tear and those impact marks. For the physical condition of the hardware are all of the buttons. I also gave it a very good. Now, A button or face buttons, those all look good. On the D-pad, if I shine my light in a very specific spot, there is a very light hair scratch. And when I mean like a specific spot, I mean like really having to look for it. Oh, there it is, kind of. It's right on the bottom. I guess there's a couple that you can kind of see, but the one that was most prominent to me is on the bottom. There you can kind of see it. But take it as what it is. I had to just try really hard right here to make the thing visible, so you can't feel it. Hardware also considers the screw covers, which this one up here does have the little hole on the bottom from when I extracted these originally from a console. I extract them with a sewing needle sometimes. I damage them. It just happens. The R button and L button also have just a little bit of the, like, I don't know if it's like an outer coating or something that just flakes off from just wear. Or maybe impact as well. But it does match the shell at that point as well. Volume buttons are good. Lower screw cover feet are also good. So that's primarily why I gave it a 2 out of 3. I mainly just for the shoulder buttons and that one screw cover. I really don't even count that D-pad. I just wanted to point it out. So next is the physical condition of the screens, which are the two, like the screen covers the clear pieces that sit above the LCDs, which are the top screen lens and the digitizer. Where's my dry paper or my dry microfiber cloth? It's this one. I'm in a rather dusty environment, so try and keep them as clean as I can as I go. Top screen, the only thing I could note was there's that light scratch right there. The bottom digitizer is brand new, and no doubt you saw this up here. That's because of a rather not fantastic screen protector application. So, but that is not damage on the digitizer. The digitizer is brand new and without scratches. I can't see that little mark when the console's on. Both screens have screen protectors, so it's really up for you to determine whether or not that's an issue and just needs to be replaced with another screen protector. I don't think it's that big of a deal, but it's highly subjective. Anyway, speaking of subjective, I gave these the physical condition of the screen. I gave it an excellent 3 out of 3 just because of that one scratch up there. Screen condition. Now, those are the actual LCD displays themselves, basically looking for, do the two screens match? Is there any sort of weirdness between the two screens? I gave this a 2 out of 3 because I can detect some minor yellowing on the top edges of the top screen. The two screens otherwise match very well. And it really comes down to whether or not very minor edge yellowing is bothersome. Like, it's minor enough. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it even to show up on a camera, but I can see it at least, so it's worth me pointing out. So because of that, I knocked off a point because the screens match otherwise. Usually, sometimes with screens, one screen might be a little more red or a little more blue than the corresponding screen. I try to get as close as I can. Sometimes I nail it pretty spot on. And in this case, it did have a little bit of yellowing, but I don't think it's bad enough to throw away the display or completely trash it. I figure if you're not going to be staring at white screens all the time, it shouldn't matter. Once you start playing a game, I doubt it will be very noticeable. So that is why I gave it the condition score that I did.